Okay, we're going to be completing the worksheet for Math 703 decimals. Problem number 1, the SI unit, SI meaning International System of Units. So it's like they put it backwards. Instead of IS, they put SI. The International System of Units unit for measuring mass is the what? Most people say it is the kilogram for mass. These are the 7 basic units in the SI system: time, length, mass, electricity, temperature, and so on. But in this unit, we just say gram, not kilogram. So the answer is gram. Okay, problem number 2, put the following numbers in ascending, meaning smallest to largest. In order to do that, we write all the numbers vertically and line them up by their place values. And then where there aren't any place values, you put a 0 for placeholders. Okay. And then you can tell by the decimals which one would be the smallest. In this case, 2060 would be the smallest. And then after that, 2100. And then after that, 2105. And then finally, 2120. And then if you need to go through and erase any of the placeholders, you can do that. So it matches what they have on the study guide. Okay. Okay, on problem number 3, in this decimal number, the digit in the hundredths place is a 5. Hundredths place is the decimal side, and the first one is tenths. The second one is always hundredths, and the third one is always thousandths. Since the hundredths place has a 0, this is false. Okay, problem number 4 states that the decimal equivalent of 5/8 is a terminating decimal. So we have to know how to convert fractions to decimals. You just divide the numerator by the denominator. 5 divided by 8 is 0.625, which, yes, that is a terminating decimal. It doesn't have ... It doesn't fill up the whole area with 55555 for a repeating decimal. This is a terminating or ending decimal. So this is true. Problem number 5, match each fraction to its decimal equivalent. So just like we did in problem 4, we're going to take each fraction and convert it to a decimal by dividing the numerator by the denominator. Okay, 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. And 2 divided by 5 is 0.4. Okay, on the test there will also be some repeating decimals, and you were given a list of those in the unit. Here they are in the lesson. Terminating and repeating decimals. And you will need to know these for the test, so you want to go ahead and memorize those. Okay, problem number 6, complete the statement with the appropriate symbol. 9.2 and 9.12. If you line them up vertically, you'll see that $9.20 is greater than $9.12. So you're going to want a greater than symbol for this answer. Problem number 7, round each factor to the nearest whole number and find the product. Okay, 14.7 will round up to 15, and 2.5 will round up to 3. Remember, if it's 5 or greater, it will round up. If it's 4 or less, it will stay the same. Problem number 8, round 31 and 908 thousandths to the nearest tenth. Remembering that the first place is tenths, then hundredths, then thousandths. Since this is the tenth place and there is a small 4 or less behind it, it will stay the same, 31.9. Problem number 9, find the sum. Sum means add. They give you the symbol. Make sure you are lining up decimal points. Make sure that you are lining up all the place values. Where there's not a number, you can put a 0 as a placeholder. So 0 plus 4 is 4, 9 plus 0 is 0, 3 plus 5 is 8, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 plus 0 is still 1. Okay, problem number 10, find the difference. Same steps apply. You line up the decimal point. You use zeros for placeholders. Then you can subtract. Don't forget to borrow. Find the product for problem number 11. Okay, for multiplication, you do not have to line up decimal points. You just have to write them out vertically. 7 times 5 is 35. 0 plus 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Move on to your next line. Use 0 as a placeholder. 4 times 5 is 20. 0 plus 2 is 2. 4 times 3 is 12. Move to the next line. Add 2 zeros for your placeholder. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 3 is 3. You're done now. Add 5, 3, 8, 4, and 4. Now, the decimals, you're going to use them because there are 3 decimal places. So we are going to need to move our decimal to have 3 decimal places also. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Problem number 12, find the quotient, division, do not round. Okay, so 22 and 14 hundredths divided by 1 and 2 tenths. Okay, in division, we like to work with whole numbers, so we're going to move the decimal over once to make it 12. And in doing that, we have to move this decimal over once. Okay? All right, 22 divided by 12. Well, 12 can go into 22 once. 1 times 12 is 12. Subtract. You have 10. Okay, drop the 1. 101 divided by 12 is 8, I believe. Yeah. 8 times 12 is 96. 101 minus 96 is 5. Drop the 4. Okay, 54 divided by 12 is 4. 4 times 12 is 48. 54 minus 48 is 6. All right, so we're down to our last number, and we have no more numbers here. Well, you can still add zeros here and keep dropping zeros and see if your decimal will terminate anytime soon. Okay, 6 divided by 12 is 5. 5 times 12 is 60. There, this is a terminating decimal. It ends with a 0. Okay, now what happens with our decimal? Well, where we moved our decimal, we're going to put it in the order of our answer. So instead of 1.845, it's 18.45. Or 18 and 45 hundredths. All right, problem number 13. Which of the following are equivalent or equal to, that's what equivalent means, 124 thousandths. Okay, so we have to convert each fraction to a decimal. Remember, that means divide the numerator by the denominator. 50 divided by 62 is 0.8064516.129. So, no, this is not equivalent. 62 divided by 500 is 0.124. So, this one is equivalent. 31 divided by 250 is 0.124. Yes. 124. This one's kind of self-explanatory. 0.124. And then lastly, 24 divided by 31. Is that right? Nope. Is 0.80645. So no. These are 3 equivalent decimals. Okay, problem number 14. To divide a number by 100, move the decimal point. Well, division means left. You will be going left. And 100 has 2 zeros, so you will be going left 2 places. So here we go. Problem number 15, rewrite this as a decimal number and round to the nearest thousandths. Okay, remember that means divide the numerator by the denominator. That would become 0.7333333, which is a repeating decimal. Well, since 3 is smaller than 5, our thousandths place will stay the same. It will not round up like that one has. Okay. Problem number 16. Chelsea and her friends are going to the movies. If popcorn is $3.99 and drinks are $1.75, what is the cost of 2 popcorns and 3 drinks? So 2 popcorns, we're going to have to multiply the popcorn by 2, and 3 drinks, we're going to have to multiply the drinks by 3. All right. So 2 popcorns is $7.98. 3 drinks is $5.25. Add that together and you'll get $13.23. Okay, problem number 17. The area of the base or bottom of a canister, so this would be the base, can be found by dividing the volume by the height. What is the area of the base of a canister that has a volume of 43.96 cubic inches and a height of 3.5 inches? Okay, so to divide, which you can do your basic operations using a calculator on the test, not fractions. But sometimes you can convert your fractions to decimals. So let's divide the numerator by the denominator, and we'll get 0.5. So this is 3.5. So all we're doing now is dividing 43.96 by 3.5. Remember, the decimal moves over once. Okay, 35 can go into 43 once, with how many leftovers? Subtract that, you get 8. Drop the 9. 35 can go into 89 twice. 2 times 35 is 70. Now we have 19. Let's drop the 6. 196 divided by 35. 5 times 5.6, but we'll just do it. 5 times 35 is 175. Subtract that, we get 21. We're going to add that 0 on the end to see, and drop it to see if our decimal will terminate. So 210 divided by 35. Yep, it will terminate because 210 can be evenly divided by 35 6 times. We have a terminating decimal. We have it ending in 0. And our decimal point is going to go right here, 12.56. Okay, problem number 18. Rewrite this 6 72/100 times 10 to the power 5 in standard notation. Okay, let's just write it out like this. And this 5 here means we're going to be moving our decimal 5 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to need 3 zeros in our final answer. 4, 2, 3 right here. Problem number 19, rewrite 4,005,000 in scientific notation. Okay, so scientific notation always has the decimal immediately following the first integer, and then we include, I believe these are called the significant figures, so 0.005, and then after that we're going to have to multiply by a power of 10. But what power of 10, 3 or 6? Well, to get from here to here, how many times do we have to move our decimal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the the exponent will be 6. Okay, last problem. Convert 7 millimeters to centimeters. All right, we're going to have to learn our standard unit. Okay, so here's the order that you are going to have to remember for converting your units. Your units could either be grams, meters, or liters. In this case, it's going to be meters. There's kilometers, there's kilograms, there's kiloliters. This is a way to remember the order. The K could stand for King. Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. Silly, but it's one way to remember the order. Kilo, hecto, deca, unit, deci, centi, milli. All right, so let's find millimeter on the chart. Millimeters here, and we need to convert it to centimeter. Okay, that's an easy step. From milli to centi, you're only going to the left 1 decimal place. So let's take 7. The decimal place is right here since it's a whole number. And we're just going to be moving it one place to the left, making it 0.7. So 7 millimeters is equivalent or equal to 0.7 centimeters. Okay, so make sure you memorize this for the test. And if I should have mentioned this at the very beginning, but everything that I wrote on every page, you should have written on every page also. Okay? Okay, so if you haven't done that yet, you need to go back and copy everything that I have written on the pages, because you need to show your work. All right, that's it for this study guide. We are done.